From the heart of Broadway, across the nation and around the world, it's The Late Show with David Letterman. Tonight, Don Rickles, comedian Carmen Lynch, and music from the ghost of a saber-toothed tiger. Plus Paul Schaefer and the CBS Orchestra. I'm Alan Coulter. And now, with 11 herbs and spices, David Letterman.
Thank you. Easy. Ho, ho, ho. That's it. Hey, thank you. Okay. Hi, welcome to Travelocity.com. Here, I'm going to show you this a little behind the scenes. This is personal about me, my life, and the upcoming weekend. And people say, well, we never know what you do. Well, here's what I'll be doing this weekend, all right? So it's not an impression because it's actually me showing you what I will be doing.
Not an impression.
This weekend, this will be me. One senior for Spider-Man, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Are you Spider-Man excited about Spider-Man opening this weekend, ladies and gentlemen? Well, that means you're 12. You know, when there is mortal danger, well, what you want is a teenager in spandex. That's what I... In the... In the movie, Spider-Man battles a vicious enemy, an awful guy named Electro. Yeah, Electro. And here's the deal on Electro. If you especially on a cold, dry day, if you touch him, you get a little shock. Ow.
Sure, yeah.
Ow. Ooh, ow. Boy. Ow. That.
Electro.
That's right. That's exactly. That's it. And now, because of Spider-Man, we have a brand new segment, and we've never done this.
I don't believe we have.
No, it's just for you folks. It's called... Okay. Called Good Radioactive Spider, Bad Radioactive Spider. So first we're going to show you the good radioactive spider, then we'll show you the bad. I hope you enjoy this.
Good radioactive spider bite results in superhuman strength, speed, agility, and reflexes. Bad radioactive spider bite results in redness and swelling, fever, fatigue, skin rash, hair loss, nausea, dizziness, unsteady gait, and persistent dry cough. Now it's up to you. Good luck and get going.
You're good, and you're bad. You're one of a radioactive spider bite. Nice day today, wasn't it nice?
Oh.
It was such a beautiful, bright spring day that Rob Ford came out of rehab squinting.
Now, bright.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, man, this guy. And you would think by now somebody would have tapped him on the shoulder and taken care of this. one of the most beautiful cities in all the world. A lovely city, Toronto.
Yes.
Paul's familiar with Toronto. Spent a lot of his time in Toronto. Went to school there, worked there. Right there on Lake Superior, is that what?
Well, it's on Lake Ontario.
Well, I'm sorry, Lake Ontario. I don't know my Great Lakes the way I ought to.
You ought to.
And so they catch him smoking crack, and he says, "Don't worry, I was drunk." And they said, "Okay, not a problem." And so he's running for re-election, and now there's a videotape of him smoking crack again, like a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
So now he's going to rehab. Now, he didn't necessarily want to go to rehab, but he has to go to rehab because he promised he would go to rehab. It's like a George Clooney engagement. That's what it's like.
Once you promise.
It's exactly. By the way, they were George Clooney and his fiancée, a beautiful, stunning woman, and apparently very well respected. She's an attorney working for human rights and speaks 3 languages. But George bought her a beautiful diamond engagement ring, and they were talking about it. You know where they're talking about it today? On the Today Show. Did you see it this morning? Here we have the tape of the show. Watch. Look at this.
And in their latest issue, People magazine had some new juicy details.
We have a picture of the ring, all 7 carats of it, emerald cut. Gorgeous.
So
and this was George's idea. Over 3 years, the ring slowly dissolves, at which point the bride knows that she should leave George to make room for his next relationship.
Thank you.
Check out People. Thank you. That's what's trending today. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Dissolving diamonds? Hey, you folks get the Netflix? This is amazing. I don't know if you, but Netflix, wherever you are, it just appears. You can get it on your television. You can get it on your iPhone. You can get it on your laptop. Right. And the great thing about it, this increases by, I guess, a multiple of 10 or 100,000 the amount of radiation we get in our lives every day.
Oh.
It's fantastic.
Nice.
You can hear your ears ring with radiation thanks to the good folks at Netflix. But they have a new original series. This is what they're famous for now, is the original series. I saw an announcement for Netflix and their newest original series earlier today. I hope you enjoy this, too.
Have you purchased illegal drugs in the last 2 years?
Yes, I have.
You know what? Tomorrow, Kentucky Derby, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Kentucky Derby. If I want to see a horse's ass, I'll swing by Donald Sterling's place. Thank you. Thank you very much. Science has been working on an on-off switch for the brain. Here's what it is. They have found a way to manipulate the brain chemically, nutritionally, organically, on a cellular, genetic level. They can get in there and find the neurotransmitter, and essentially they can turn your brain off. If they can turn it on, they can turn it off. Heretofore, we always thought it was on 24/7.
I thought so.
365 days a year. The brain never went off.
Not?
No. They have effectively discovered a way to switch off the brain. We're lucky enough, the science people sent over videotape of an early test of the on-off brain switch. You're not going to see this anywhere else.
Our people have done a really good job of hauling in a lot of the key operators. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, Abu Zubaydah, Ramzi Al-Sheeb, or whatever the guy's name was.
That's right. And then they celebrate. Paul Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
We're celebrating right here.
That's right.
We got a celebration right here.
Okay, on the program tonight, everybody, Don Rickles is here. We'll be right back with the top 10 list. Thank you, folks.
We're moments away from the top 10 other ways Donald Sterling's girlfriend hides her face. And Don Rickles. Did you know Thomas Edison was the first person ever to say, does my voice really sound like that? The Late Show, sponsored by Aflac. Find out how fast Aflac can pay you at Aflac.com.
Thank you very much, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight. That's exactly right. I don't know how things are at your television show, but here there's always behind-the-scenes drama.
My goodness, what's going on?
Tonight the topic is, where do we put the women from Orlando? I'm telling you.
What could be so complicated? You said get them a place to live. Get them a place for the night in a hotel.
Thank you,
so they
Paul.
don't have to go all the way up to Austin.
That's right.
So
that's exactly what I
so
said.
why is
And
this so
thank you.
complicated?
Thank you for asking the obvious.
Why?
I don't know.
What's going on?
First, we had them in a place that I don't think they need to stay. I'm not going to name any names, but we had them in a place where you don't want them, you know?
Well, you don't like the Parker Meridian? What is the...
No, it was not the Parker Meridian.
Oh, okay.
So then we get them into the Parker Meridian.
Oh, after that, yeah.
Which is a lovely hotel.
It is a nice place, yeah.
Yeah. But there's 3 of them, and possibly a guy. We don't understand that connection. Now, if you're booking a hotel room for out-of-towners from Florida and you want them to have a nice New York hotel experience, what sort of a reservation do you make? Just tell me that I'm not nuts here.
You should be one room for each of them. Each should have his own room. Each should have her own room. Excuse me. Each of them. Mm-hmm. No, is that the way they booked? Mm-hmm. What were they expecting? All 3 of them to share one room?
I was told seconds ago. Okay, breathlessly, like a lot of effort, like we had to send somebody up there, like a relay team ran up there and back.
These things happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
We got them a room.
Oh.
A room.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, there's 3 of them, and so now we're trying to hammer that wrinkle out.
Okay.
I know something will go wrong. I know in the middle of the night a rat will sneak into their room and gnaw open the mini bar, and it'll be my fault.
You get sued. You get sued by the hotel.
Right. That's right.
That's the way it works.
Did I open the thing, Paul?
Yes, you did.
Okay, the category, other ways Donald Sterling's girlfriend hides her face. This whole thing stinks.
What's going on?
High, low, left, right, the whole thing
stinks. What is the girlfriend doing now?
To hide her face, Donald Sterling's girlfriend, V. Stiviano, has been wearing a visor, like a welder's mask.
Oh, yeah.
There she is. Now,
that's a fashion statement, though, really. That's a fashionable way to hide oneself.
Now, it was called to my attention by one of our producers, and I think he's absolutely right. She's doing this because she has a piece of the visor company.
Oh,
and they're going to try and sell, hey, I'd like to have a visor like that.
Well, actually, I see. So that's why she's doing it.
I believe so.
So where is she going to stop? Where will it stop?
Other ways. Listen to these other ways. She could hide her face.
Oh, my goodness.
Number 10, diving helmet. There it is right there. Number 9, beard of bees. Number 8, bigger visor. Number 7, tuba. Number 6, newspaper. Number 5, pot of mums. Number 4, pet cone. Number 3, optometrist phoropter.
That's what that's called.
Mm-hmm. Number 2, Pharrell's hat. And the number 1 way, a balloon. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with Don Rickles, everybody. Our first guest, what can you say about this man? A tremendous human being, a great friend of ours, a legend in the world of show business, unique, redefined the culture of comedy, one of the funniest people on the planet. On May 28th, he'll be honored with a television special entitled One Night Only, an all-star comedy tribute to Don Rickles. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Don Rickles. Don, come on up. Don. Look at that. Standing O, buddy. Very nice. Good to see you, Don.
I'm not ready yet, David. I'm not ready.
Okay.
Those people up there, I guess that's Abraham Lincoln's family. Good luck to you. Go a little higher, you'll be out in the streets selling Frankfurter. Dave, Don, Dave, Don. That's it. Okay. Nice to see my good friend Paul.
Hello, Don Rickles.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
Nice to see you,
Guys
sir.
in the band are a little fed up, but don't worry about it.
That's yeah.
And the lovely lady there that sang during commercial. You never let these people perform, but you're very wonderful, dear. Good luck
Alicia,
to you in your plan.
Hey, isn't that nice?
Now listen to me, Don.
Wait a minute. I got to turn myself around in these fancy schmancy chairs.
I
see. When you get older, the underwear gets stuck in the canal.
It's certainly food for thought. Don,
that was a good one, Dave.
Thank you very much. Now listen. Here, I must apologize to you because I know why you're using the cane. I knew absolutely nothing about your recent ailment. I had no idea until today, and people were telling me this thing. By God, you're lucky to be alive. Tell people what this is.
I know what to do, Dave.
Okay.
Tell people what. Ladies and gentlemen, I only wish you good luck with your health and so forth. From left field, my doctor came over the house to say hello and have some fun with us, and he's a good man, Dr. Geller, and he's wonderful. And he came over the house and he said, I had a little pimple on my leg, Dave, that's all. And he said, well, you got a little pimple. I said, yeah. He looked at it, said, you're going to the hospital. You know these doctors, they get lonely. So I said, no, doc, there's no time for jokes, please. No, you're going to the hospital. Long story short, it's a disease called, maybe you know it, Dave. I can't even pronounce it. Vaginitis, something. I don't know how to pronounce it, but
necrotizing fasciitis. Is that it?
That's it, Dave. That's why you got the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, see, I would have had that, but I can't pronounce that.
What is that?
It's a form of, it's a disease, a flesh-eating disease.
Well, that's that flesh-eating bacteria.
Yes, that's right. Oh, and if it goes to the knee, I wind up with Johnny Depp as a pirate. Anyway, that was one of my best jokes, gang.
Yeah. So they have to perform surgery.
Yeah, they did. So, Dave, I got right to the hospital, gang, and I laid down in the bed, and 2 minutes later, those guys come, you know, with the sheets, and they throw you into the gurney, you know. 1, 2. They think it's a game, you know. Sort of like Jimmy Fallon show. Anyway. No, Jimmy's a good guy. I'm kidding him. I talked to him, and he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, hey.
But you're okay? You're healthy?
Well, thank God. I did 4 shows already with a cane, sitting in a chair.
Right.
And thank God people like you were kind to me, and they enjoyed it. And it was very different and very difficult. As you know, when you live by the desk, you don't have to do anything. But
that's right.
So Dave, running up and down, you know, I'm always, when I performed, I always ran up and down and so forth. And now I sat in the chair, and God willing, they say, oh, who knows, but I should be able to get rid of the cane and tap dance my way to fame.
Good. Now, we were talking about you and the people that you have known, and you know everybody in show business, of course, but also you've known and been friends with many, many presidents. Run us through the list of who you were friends with and what the relationship was.
Well, the highlight of my life was doing the Ronald Reagan inaugural. And Frank Sinatra is a good friend of mine. He died, you know.
I heard he passed.
And that's why I can do something about him, because what can he do to me now? Anyway, he was a great hero of mine, Frank was. And he said, Don, I was in Hawaii. He said, Don, you're going to come to Washington, and for Reagan, you're going to be at the inaugural. I said, hey, Frank, he's not, the cabinet, sure enough, he was right. The cabinet says, oh, no, not Rickles. What are you kidding? Going to make us all look like jerks? We're not, no, forget it.
Yeah.
And Frank said, God rest his soul, he said, if you don't have Rickles, you're not going to have me.
Oh.
And I thought
that's a friend. That's a buddy.
That's right.
Yeah. Was this the first?
Second inauguration.
Second inauguration.
And I went to, and they had all the Marine Guards when we got there. You know, my wife isn't used to that. I have a wonderful wife. She was connected with show business. She managed, you know, worked in an office for agents. And I said, Bob, we're gonna do the inaugural. And she said, that sounds exciting. I married a Valium. Anyway.
Hold on. We'll be right back with Don Rickles, ladies and gentlemen. Don Rickles back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so it's Frank Sinatra standing up for you, gets you to go perform MC at the second inaugural for Ronald Reagan.
Right.
Yeah.
And Ronald Reagan, I knew as governor, you know. In fact, I had a cousin going for life, and I called him and I said, Ronnie, baby, you'll take care of it. And he didn't call, and my cousin died. But, oh, that's a joke. That's a joke.
Is that a joke? That's a joke.
The Polish kid over here went, he died?
Yeah.
Anyway.
We seat the Polish people right there.
Don't turn on me, Dave. You're doing so good. Don't turn on me. You were going along like the sweetheart I know you are, and now you got that little Nazi attitude that you were coming up with. A little Nazi attitude. I don't need that, Dave.
I couldn't help myself.
Oh, God, I don't need that. I count on you as a dear friend.
All right.
Since Johnny passed away, rest his soul, it's all you now.
Thank you very much.
By the way, I was up in the house. Geez, I had to go and pack for him. Anyway, you know, he's retiring. Look how excited they got. He's going back to his wife in the middle of the West, and he's going to milk cows until he dies. That's what he's going to do. What are you going to do there? You're going to sit around with your son and go, hey, honey, bring more milk. Bring more milk. I don't know what the hell you're going to do, but I wish you luck, Dave.
Thank
Nobody
you very
brought
much.
that. I really do. And I do. And I'll be honest with you, Dave, because I'm not going to lie to you. It's time.
Yeah.
You know, walk away while you're a winner,
Yeah,
Dave. You know what I mean?
right.
Ferguson just quit, but nobody knows about it. Anyway, they're all quitting. Everybody's walking around quitting. I don't know.
Yeah, no, things to do. Sure.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm going to have a little belt of booze while you talk.
All right. All right. So now, the inauguration.
Right.
The president sworn in again.
Right.
They turn the proceeding over to you.
Right.
What happens?
I swear to you, Dave, I never write anything I've ever done on the stage. I'm kind of proud of. I've never had, except for television, but everything I do, I did myself. And it all started like in a car or with having dinner, and I'll say something. It became my performance. But, and they say the insult guy, but please believe me, I'm never mean-spirited, and I'm never angry, and I'm just, it's all in fun. And I've gone this far to get on this. And so, see, Bill, it's the attitude. The attitude. Anyway, that's what you got to teach them. Attitude.
The attitude.
See, the young comics, they come up today, they go up your bing, bing, and take care of your mother and your boom.
That's right.
I don't do that, and that's why I'm on this.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I'm kidding.
I know you are.
The young people, I wish them luck, but hey, they laugh. The kids laugh at some of that stuff. I'm fine. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks.
He became my new psychiatrist. I'm fine.
Right.
But Dave, I swear to God, you've been a wonderful friend, and it's a sad thing with Johnny Restiso gone and you now leaving, and Jimmy Kimmel, I think, is adorable.
Oh, he's a very nice
He's doing
guy.
a good job, and
does a great job.
You know, and Jimmy Fallon's great, but I'd be on the show, but I don't play ping pong.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway,
hey, look. Look.
Now, hey, that's a clever joke, folks.
Yeah,
that's a clever joke.
Good. And look. The Polish guy is waving.
Yeah. Good luck to you, son.
Yeah.
If you're Polish, move back. Move back. No, I'm proud of the Polish people. Remember what you said in World War II? Run!
Yeah.
Anyway, no, you didn't say that. I was in World War II, and I never met one of you guys. Anyway, I was in the jungle in the Philippines. Where were you? You were sitting in Indiana with your mother going, can I take a walk with your mom?
Yeah.
And I was getting my can shot off by those guys walking around going, ho, 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 ho.
Now let's.
Now, the Japanese people, that's a joke. The war's over and we're all friends. When you jump in, Dave, say something.
You the night of the
Take your time.
inauguration.
Don't be nervous.
The night of the inauguration, you turn yourself loose, and what happens? Did we?
Well, Frank, they
covered
said,
that yet?
They said, well, what is he going to do?
Yeah.
And Frank said, whatever he wants.
Sure.
And I walked out, and to my memory, you can see it on YouTube or Yogle, whatever the hell they call it, you know. And all you guys with the typewriters and all, I don't do that. I used to, the phone for me, it was the phone, you know.
Exactly.
Now my wife for 17 hours. You know,
Yeah.
what did you want to say?
I said, is she doing a lot of shopping online?
None of your business. No, those days are over with the jewelry and all. Now it's all fake stuff, and we don't go for that kind of money anymore. You know what I mean? Because I'm, May 8th, and this is no gifts, I'll be 88. And you know what, Dave, and I know your age, but that's not the point. don't you often sit back and say, where did the time go? I really do that.
It's impossible not to.
I swear to God. That's
It's unfathomable.
Believe me.
In the blink of an eye, my friend.
Yeah, it does.
Blink
It
of
does.
an eye.
And you went through pretty good damage yourself. But thank God you came out okay. When you did, no, it's true. He went with his heart and so forth. And that's, you know,
that was a big
you lay
deal.
in the hospital and you say, it's all over. And I talk to God, but he's always out of town when I call.
Now, tell them about the big night coming up. It's going to be produced next week, I think.
Yeah, it's
a tribute to Don Rickles. It's going to be everywhere, all over every cable network. A night honoring and saluting you, richly deserved. And if there is a person who stands alone as a domineering force in the world of comedy and entertainment, it would, and you'd be on that list too.
Dave leading the Jew, 2-0. Never thought you'd come up with a big one like that.
No.
Now I look bad. You top me.
No, you look great. You can see the man live, and thank God. And again, I am so sorry I didn't know about the thing. I'm so glad you're healthy.
No, thanks for nothing. Everybody else called me.
I didn't know. Nobody told me.
That was the same thing when I did the Friars thing. Nobody else. I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know. What do you do? You live in a cabin nowhere? Where the hell you live?
You wanted to keep it quiet.
Yeah,
well, you kept it quiet because nobody told me.
That's right.
Who did you tell?
Who did I tell?
Yeah.
Big people.
Well, there you go. It's just that easy.
What a night, huh, gang? You thought it was going to be a bum night, huh?
Yeah. Performing at the Community Theater, Turlock, California, May 17th. The great Don Rickles, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you for laughing. Yeah. We'll be right back with Carmen Lynch, everybody.
Dave's back Monday with Shailene Woodley and Peyton Manning. By watching, you agree that CBS may use photos or video of you sprawled on your couch for promotional purposes.
Our next guest is a lovely woman and a talented comedian. She performs regularly at the Comedy Cellar right here in New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the kind of place, let me just put it this way, it's the kind of place if you were from out of town, say you were from Florida, say you were from Orlando.
Yeah.
And you were up in Ossining.
Yes.
And you wanted something to do in the city, you might rent a car and drive in. This is exactly the kind of thing you'd be doing.
Oh, going.
Yeah, she'll be at the Comedy Cellar right here in New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Carmen Lynch, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks so much. So I live in New York. I'm 6 feet tall, and I live with 2 people who are 5'1", so I can't hear anything they're saying. I have no idea what's going on down there, but it's fine. I've always wanted to live alone. One of my roommates has a cat, and the cat threw up on my bed, and my roommate said that's a compliment. She said when a cat throws up on your bed, it means they feel very comfortable around you. So I said, then let's create some tension. So I just had a doctor's appointment. God, I love doctors. They always make me feel so special. Does anyone else confuse medical attention for love? They're so nice. They're always like, how are you feeling? I'm like, I love you too. I was dating this guy by for a while, and he's like, you know, when we have sex, you close your eyes a little bit, and I can only see the whites of your eyes. Is that because your eyes roll to the back of your head? Because you're experiencing so much pleasure? I was like, no. So I don't do drugs. I wish I did. Because when you do drugs and then you quit, people really respect you. You just have to do all that work, all the drugs. I just want the respect. My friend's on Vicodin because her mom has really bad back pain. My mom's from Spain. Very dramatic, those people from Spain. My mom always gives me a hard time about being broke. She's like, you're always broke. I'm like, your whole country's broke. My parents just retired. When your parents retire, all they do is call you all the time. They have nothing else to do. They just want to bond with you. My dad's like, we went to the park today. What did you do? I'm like, I went to therapy and talked about you and Mom for an hour. So I'm trying to create goals in my life. So I go to a psychic, and she tells me my future, and then I have goals. I went to a psychic. She was like, I see you in Europe. And I was like, okay. And the next day I bought a ticket, and I was like, oh my God, she's really good. So I went back to the psychic, and she's like, you're getting married. And I was like, I am? Who is it? And she said, I don't know, but you've already met him. So now every guy I know who's nice to me, I think might be the one. Like, I went to the deli, and the deli guy put extra turkey in my sandwich. And I was like, is there something else you want to say to me? I asked my last boyfriend if he'd want to have kids. That's a really hard question to ask a man, because you guys feel like we're putting pressure on you. So you have to ask very carefully. So I was like, would you ever love a child with my face on it? You know, sometimes as a comedian, you come up with a joke while you're having sex. It's not about the sex or the person you're with. It's just when your brain is like, hey, I just thought of something funny. But you can't write it down because that would be rude. So you have to wait until the sex is over, but then you might forget the joke. So the best thing to do is to think of a key word that reminds you of the joke, and then you can write it down later. But then the guy's like, how does that feel? And you're like, old people.
Very funny. Thank you so much. We'll be right back with the ghost of a saber-toothed tiger. Our next guests are an acclaimed New York duo whose brand new CD is out this week. It's entitled Midnight Sun. Please welcome the ghost of a saber-toothed tiger. Yeah. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you very much, Sean. How are you? Charlotte, nice to see you. Thank you, everybody. Good to have you here. The ghost of the saber-toothed tiger. And listen to this. They're all staying at the Parker Meridian as well. It's a magical evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being here, folks. Have a great weekend. Good night, everybody.
Now, stay tuned for Craig Ferguson. This is Alan Calder speaking. Good night, everybody. Cuff your...